I was in a virtual meeting last week, and this woman was speaking at length about a topic she was clearly very passionate about, but I couldn't tell you what she said because that movement was so distracting. Other times, I'm on a virtual call and I can see that the speaker is literally or figuratively sitting on their hands because they've been told not to gesture on video. Now, neither one of those is effective. And it's understandable. Nobody's born knowing how to speak in the confines of this tight environment that we're in. Luckily, actors and on camera personalities have figured out ways to adapt to this particular medium. And I want to share a couple of those with you. Now, first of all, we want to try to gesture because it adds context and meaning to our words. Of course, we don't want to emphasize every certain thing that creates its own kind of distraction, but we can use purposeful, authentic gestures that have been adapted for this environment to really support our message. So a couple of gestures that you might consider incorporating are to describe change, to describe movement. Oftentimes we're helping our customers realize a change in their business, right? We're going to take you from here to here, or your expenses are here, and we're going to help you lower those to well below your budget. So you can start to visualize some of those outcomes that your customer might get. We can also use gestures to separate different ideas. Nobody remembers just tons of information coming at them, especially verbally. So if we can start to separate those by perhaps chunking them and saying things like, I'm going to share 3 ideas with you. And the first is this, right? So now I'm sort of visually tuned into, okay, there's 3 ideas and I'm going to follow this. I'm going to be able to retain it a little better. And the other way is to show emotion, right? I mean, that's one thing that's lacking in video. I think we can all agree. And there's plenty of emotions that we might want to share on video. It might be enthusiasm, right? Clap silently. You don't want to do it too loudly near your microphone. But feel free to show excitement, like, oh, that's fantastic, good for you. So those are areas where you might consider gesturing. Anytime you want to emphasize something, think about, well, what would the natural gesture be that goes with that? And then, of course, you have to adapt it for the frame, which often means raising your elbows a bit and developing that muscle memory of what is in and what is out of frame.